Right, here we are then. Monza, Group 4. Right, here we go. Before we get in, can I ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel, as at the moment, 68.5% of you who watch my content are not subscribed. So, if you would please consider subscribing to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks! And here we go then with Daily Race B. And this week for Daily Race B, we're at the Autodromo Laziale di Monza. We've got 4 laps on the racing hard tyre, 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre, and BOP. Seems as though we're going to have to go back to the Daily Races review from, I think, week before last, and do it again. Well, just go to the leaderboards for this week's Daily Race B, and you'll see why. We're just going to cut to the chase for this one and use the MAZDA Group 4. This and Sylvia will be absolutely nowhere, I'm telling you now. And I would say 99.999% of everybody else, at least, in the races here today, will also be using the MAZDA Group 4. Right then, we'll get ourselves in, and we'll see how it goes. Right, here we go then, in P4. Right, are we set? Go, go, go. Expectation starting in P4. Get on the brakes. Not punts anybody going through the Rettifilio here for the first time. Not so bad so far then. Well, in fact, that went a hell of a lot better than I was envisioning. And here we are then around the Curva Grande in P4 then here at Monza. Get on the brakes here, 150 metre board for the Della Rosa. On that curve like that, short shift to third like that, put the power down on the way out. Next up, 50 metre board here for the first Lesmo. Down to third, just follow the apex round like that and then get the drive out. 50 metre board there for the second Lesmo, all fine and dandy. Got the 2 Mazdas there in front of us there, side by side, on the run up towards the Variante Ascari. On the brakes at the 150 metre board, down to third gear. The apex there like that, put down all the way, short shift to fourth on the way out. Onto the back straight then, and gaining on the car in front then in P3. The brakes here for third gear, closing right onto the back of P3 now, round the Parabolica. Remember the days it used to be all gravel at Parabolica, none of this artificial runoff areas we have now. On to lap 2 then at Monza. Here we are then in Group 4, Mazda Group 4 stock car race in P4. Eisen is out front though, back into the Rettifilio. Doing our best not to punt the car in front. Got a bit wide there at the chicane there, just cutting across there. We are sort of getting the hang of the Mazda Group 4. Very, very slowly, but it is getting there. Oh, I've got a 1 second there. Now I thought that was alright, but apparently not. 1.5 to the car behind, so keep this going then. We should be okay with that time penalty to stay where we are. Running round the lovely Royal Park of Monza, just north of Milan. Want a bit there from P3, watch out. That's going to see us now off Ascari and into P3 then. Right, there's our 1 second time penalty. Oh dear, oh dear. Do you know what, I'm half sort of tempted here. Hang on. Here you go. That's my apology for just completely not looking at what I was doing. We're just about surviving out to the start of lap 3. P4, gonna go to P5 there with the drop in speed. We'll press on in P5 then. Got a run here on P4 though, off Rettifilio and into Curva Grande. Got themselves there at 0.5 as well. Track limits then here are looking a bit sort of at the moment, aren't they? We'll stick it in behind though for the punted him as well. Getting used to the Mazda still. Sorry, don't punt P4 into Ascari. Check. Move to the side so we don't punt them on their time penalty. Check. We're going to go then onto the final lap, and here we are, final lap in P4 then. Bit of a battle here though with P5 on the run down towards the chicane. There they are, they get a bit of a run there down the inside of Rettifilio, just getting themselves through there. Nice move there from P4, going through the chicane there. On a bit there from P4 off the Della Rosa. The run here towards the first Lesmo. Take the braking zone 50 metre board, down to third. Oh, I just couldn't get it committed though. We've still got a few more corners to have a bit of another go. Oh, we've gone a bit there off the second Lesmo. Now we've got the run down towards the Ascari, and it is going to be P4 for now. Got the brakes here for Ascari. Yep, just like that. Just got the Parabolica left to negotiate. Yep, and here we are then in P4. Ah, there we are then. That's the practice race. The race where we get all the punts and smashes and whatnot out the way. And yeah, not so bad in the Mazda Group 4. We're getting used to it. We'll see what the rest of the racing here today is going to deliver. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on GT7, please do consider subscribing to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you do enjoy the MAZDA Group 4s going around Monza here today in Daily Race B this week on GT7, do let me know by dropping a like on the video and hit the bell for notifications, so you know when I upload new videos it'll be spinning out, crashing everywhere, and trying to get used to the MAZDA Group 4 on GT7, and punting people as well by accident. Right, I think we need to try a lap. Right then, we'll see where we are on the grid now, and we'll see how many people we punt now. Again, I stressed by accident. Let's get in, see how we get on. Right, on the grid in P4. Looks like the race we've just done. Oh, hang on, just that everyone's in a Mazda. Let's go. Mazda, just in front of us there. On the brakes for the Rettifilio chicane for the first time in this one then. Nice and tidy so far then. Mazda, just in front of us there. Mazda, recurring behind us as well. And not so bad then, in P4 then, off the start. Tried to go then with the Mazdas in front of us there. Oh, and a very late send there. And oh, well, hang on, but they just got that a bit wrong there with regards to the braking. Well, we survived, and here we are then in P4. Mazda there going off just behind us there into the gravel. Couple of bits then going on then on this opening lap here at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, onto the back straight then for the first time, and a bit of a gap here. 2.4 to the Mazdas in front of us there. Mazda Group 4 Italian touring car race on lap 2. And yeah, so far the Mazda Group 4, more laps we do, the more it's gradually getting there. Now, I do believe P3 has got a time penalty, sort of trying to make some inroads there, take advantage of that when it comes. There's that time penalty now. They're just about to hang on there to P3, aren't they? Bit of a battle there ahead of us by the look of it for the race lead. But now we're going to really try then and go with P3 here, out of the Parabolica and onto the start of lap 3. Lap 3, P4, just affirming our authority then with the fastest lap of the race so far. Just tried there to hit the apex there at Rettifilio, and then hit the apex there on the way out. But we've got 2.7 then to the cars behind us. There's a top 4 here just starting to pull away a little bit now. Couple of errors there that have started to cost us to the car behind, but here we are, pressing on in P4. Just under 2 seconds then to the car in front at the moment. Try not to run too wide on the Parabolica, but want the outside line round the corner for the Bella Drive up towards the start-finish line. And here we are onto the start of the final lap. Final lap, holding stations in P4. One more lap of the Royal Park of Monza to negotiate here, and I run perhaps on P3. We'll have to see how it goes. Go with it down the straight here towards Parabolica, and here we are then around the Parabolica for the final time, and once again it's going to be P4. Right, there we go then. Don't punt anyone out. Check. The Mazda Group 4 seemingly getting used to it. It's one of those, we're getting used to the car, and the races are going well. And if you haven't already, do take a look at the channel update that was uploaded yesterday for some exciting new changes to the channel going forward. So yeah, Daily Race B this week. Yes, it's Mazda, but it is quite a good combo if you know the track and you can just get used to the car. And I think based on what we've done so far, it is pretty much use the Mazda. And on that note, we'll get ourselves back in and we'll press on. Right, here we are then, on the front row. Right, away we go. I I'm not used to starting on the front row, but here we are nevertheless on the brakes for the Rettifilio chicane once again. Apex there. Apex there, apex there, job done. Going off then in P2, as I say, not used to starting this high up in Daily Race B, but here we are then in P2. P3 there, half a second behind us there. Trying to go with the race leader then and have a good race here at Monza, and I do believe there is a Ferrari 458 in the race as well. I did notice that as we were auto driving to the start line. Oh, and there's P3 then as I just mess up my gears there going into Varianza Ascari. 100-meter board on the brakes there for Parabolica into third gear there, short shift to fourth there for the drive out. And there's P3 there right behind us now, lap 2 P2, and finding ourselves here then in almost command of this race then so far. That's defensive there from P1 going towards a chicane there, and there's P2 there right around the outside then going in towards the Rettifilio. Look at that, 2 seconds back to P4, and so here we are then, top 3 running away into Della Rosa there, and all that could have been just a little bit better there. Don't need to be as urgent. 1 second time penalty there for the car in front. We'll just stick onto the back of Martini Racing for now. Get back into P2 with that 1 second time penalty. Just get ourselves through Ascari without running into the back of them. Right, there's their penalty, and through we go. Back into P2 then. There's the race leader, now leading this race by 2.5 seconds. Got some work to do then by the look of it, but it's far from over. Lap 3, P2, and so far then, going well. That's P3 then catching back up then going through Curva Grande here at the start of lap 3. The race leader there escaping up the road, building that gap out to 4 seconds. Looking as though it's going to be a battle here for P2. We need to be very precise with our inputs. Or in fact, there's now 2 there behind us now. Well, they're battling there, and there's another one there. That'll be P5 then, right behind them as well. Final lap, P2. Can we stay here at the Royal Park of Monza? Oh, that's lovely there, just getting on the curbs there on the apex there. Lovely drive out as well, and then foot all the way to the floor through the Curva Grande. Bit of an Achilles heel here, the Della Rosa. Just going a bit wide there again at the apex there, but just about got it round. Oh, but I've got a 0.5 there. Oh, that could cost us here, that 0.5, given where the guys are behind us. Just under a second then to P3. But then we've got P3 at risk when we're getting back up to speed again. Right, there we are then, getting back up to speed. Not so bad then, but they are gaining nevertheless. We need to just be precise here through Parabolica. Gone a bit deep, they're going into the corner, but still not so bad then. Hanging on to P2 on the exit, and that's where we're going to be. Here we are, P2. So, that is Daily Race B here on GT7 this week at Monza in the Mazda Group 4. As you can see, a good race at the end of the day, not so bad. Yes, it is the Mazda Group 4, and if you don't use the Mazda Group 4, you might not do as well. But you can use other cars, the race is open for that, but I would recommend, if you can, use the Mazda Group 4. One of them where hopefully PD will do something about the Mazda Group 4 at some point, but for now, it's one of them. It's still a good race if you can get used to the Mazda Group 4. Luckily, the Mazda Group 4 is not in Daily Race C, so we'll get over there, not in the Mazda Group 4, and see what's going on there.